if an interstellar object whirling through our solar system is actually a nuclear-powered spacecraft sent by aliens to test how humans respond?
Right now, at this very moment, something extraordinary is rapidly approaching Earth at a speed of 200,000 kilometers per hour, and scientists are still trying to fully explain this object. When 3I Atlas first appeared, it was thought to be an ordinary interstellar comet. But then astronomers noticed something that froze their blood. 3I Atlas was not showing the behaviors of a normal comet, but here comes the part that will keep you awake tonight.
The supposed comet is catching the attention of some of the nation's most renowned scientists, as one Harvard professor is raising the theory this may actually be a piece of alien technology.
Harvard University's famous professor Avi Loeb co-authored a new paper questioning whether 3I Atlas might be a disguised research probe belonging to another civilization. Loeb said, if 3I Atlas is a spacecraft, we should worry about its intentions.
With 0 meaning it's a natural object, like a comet, for sure. And 10 meaning it's definitely a technological object.
Scientists confirmed that 3I Atlas is definitely not on a normal orbit. However, according to newly discovered data, scientists suggest that 3I Atlas might be producing its own light and therefore could overturn everything we know about its true size and structure. Why are scientists afraid of what 3I Atlas really is? Hit the subscribe button and fasten your seatbelts, because what I will explain to you in this video will completely change the way you see our place in the universe. If you're ready, let's begin. Picture this. You're an astronomer working the night shift at one of Chile's most advanced observatories when suddenly your screens light up with an alert that makes your coffee go cold. What you're seeing defies every assumption about how interstellar objects behave in our cosmic neighborhood. This is exactly what happened on July 1st, 2025, when 3I Atlas burst into our awareness like a cosmic thunderbolt. The interstellar comet designated C 2025 N1 Atlas isn't just another space rock drifting through the void. This celestial visitor is rewriting the rulebook on what we thought we knew about objects from beyond our solar system. Racing toward us at a staggering 200,000 kilometers per hour, 3I Atlas carries secrets that could fundamentally alter our understanding of the universe itself. But here's where things get absolutely mind-bending. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for this revelation that's making even seasoned scientists question everything they believed about space. The discovery of this interstellar object happened through the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, operating from Chile's pristine skies. When the first detection signals came through, astronomers immediately recognized they were witnessing something unprecedented. The orbital mechanics alone told a story that didn't fit any natural explanation they'd encountered before. Atlas displays an orbital eccentricity well above 1, confirming its interstellar origins beyond any doubt. This alien comet, and yes, we're using that term deliberately, is gravitationally unbound to our Sun, meaning it's just passing through on what might be the most calculated trajectory ever recorded for a celestial visitor. The James Webb Space Telescope has been tracking this enigmatic object, capturing data that's sending shockwaves through the astronomical community. The infrared signatures reveal something that shouldn't exist according to our current models of interstellar comets. We're seeing thermal patterns that suggest internal energy sources far beyond what solar heating could provide. Now imagine you're part of the team analyzing these observations. You've spent years studying regular comets, understanding their predictable behavior as they approach the Sun. But 3I Atlas is breaking every rule in your textbook. Its brightness profile shows characteristics that are keeping researchers awake at night, questioning whether they're looking at a natural phenomenon or something far more extraordinary. The statistical analysis is where things become genuinely disturbing. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who previously proposed that Oumuamua might be alien technology has co-authored a provocative paper suggesting 3I Atlas could be a disguised probe from another civilization. The probability calculations he presents aren't just unlikely, they're approaching the realm of statistical impossibility for a natural object. Consider the trajectory analysis that's making headlines across scientific journals. This interstellar object is traveling on a retrograde orbit tilted only about 5 degrees from the ecliptic plane, where Earth and other planets orbit. Random chance would put the probability of this alignment at roughly 0.2%. But that's just the beginning of the mathematical puzzle that's confounding experts worldwide. iAtlas will make remarkably close approaches to multiple planets during its passage through our solar system. It's scheduled to pass within 29 million kilometers of Mars on October 3rd, reach its closest approach to the Sun at 1.35 astronomical units on October 29th, and later swing within 33 million kilometers of Jupiter. The combined probability of a random interstellar comet making such precise planetary encounters, approximately 0.05%, that's 1 in 20,000 odds. But here's the real shocker that's got scientists scrambling to recalibrate their instruments and double-check their calculations. The timing of 3I Atlas's closest solar approach occurs when Earth is positioned on the opposite side of our star. We literally won't be able to observe this alien comet during its most critical phase. If you were designing a spacecraft to conduct covert operations while avoiding detection from Earth-based telescopes, this timing would be absolutely perfect. Avi Loeb calls this a potential reverse solar Oberth maneuver, a high-thrust braking strategy that could allow an interstellar craft to decelerate and potentially establish a more permanent presence in our solar system. The fact that this maneuver would be completely hidden from Earth's view by solar glare is either the most incredible coincidence in astronomical history or evidence of deliberate, intelligent planning. The spectroscopic data from the Gemini South Observatory and NASA's Infrared Telescope facility reveals strong water ice signatures mixed with carbonaceous minerals and silicates. But here's what's truly fascinating about these readings. The water ice shows characteristics suggesting it could be chemically pristine, lacking the heavy isotopic signatures typically found in solar system comets. This pristine water could have formed billions of years ago in a completely different stellar environment, potentially offering us a direct window into planetary formation processes in distant star systems. However, even this seemingly natural evidence doesn't settle the debate about 3I Atlas's true nature. In fact, it might actually support the artificial hypothesis in an unexpected way. If this interstellar object is indeed some kind of technological probe, the dust and ice we're observing could simply be accumulated cosmic debris from its long journey through space, material that's built up on its surface over millions or even billions of years of interstellar travel, creating a natural camouflage that would make it indistinguishable from a genuine interstellar comet to casual observation. The brightness profile mystery adds another layer to this cosmic puzzle. Traditional models assume objects in space simply reflect sunlight, but 3I Atlas is displaying a luminosity pattern that suggests something far more complex. Using standard reflection calculations, this alien comet would need to be roughly 20 kilometers in diameter to produce the brightness we're observing. That would make it absolutely massive, potentially 40 times larger than previous interstellar objects like Oumuamua and 2I Borisov. But here's where Loeb and his colleague Eric Quito have made a startling observation that's turning conventional astronomy on its head. The brightness profile they're documenting is consistent with an object generating its own illumination rather than merely reflecting solar radiation. Think about the implications for a moment. If 3I Atlas is actually self-luminous, it could be dramatically smaller than initial size estimates suggest. We're talking about the difference between a 20-kilometer behemoth and something potentially just hundreds of meters across. That's not a minor statistical adjustment, it's a complete paradigm shift in how we categorize and understand this visitor. What could cause such self-illumination? The possibilities range from exotic natural phenomena to technology beyond our current comprehension. Radioactive decay from heavy elements could theoretically produce luminosity, though finding sufficient radioactive material in interstellar space would be extraordinarily unlikely. Thermal emission from internal heat sources represents another possibility, but maintaining such temperatures would require energy sources far exceeding what we'd expect from solar heating alone. And then there's the possibility that's keeping researchers up at night: artificial illumination from some form of advanced technology. As you process these incredible revelations about 3I Atlas, remember that we're witnessing real-time science at its most thrilling. Every observation, every data point is bringing us closer to answering fundamental questions about intelligence and technology in the universe. But the most shocking discoveries are still ahead of us, and what we learn next could change everything we thought we knew about our place in the cosmos. Ready to dive deeper into the mystery that's captivating scientists worldwide? The statistical impossibility that breaks all rules. Just when you thought the mystery of 3I Atlas couldn't get more bewildering, the mathematical analysis reveals patterns that are making even the most skeptical scientists reconsider what they believe about interstellar objects. The numbers don't just suggest something unusual, they're screaming that we're dealing with something that shouldn't exist according to our current understanding of cosmic mechanics. Let's dive into the statistical nightmare that's keeping astrophysicists awake at night. When researchers at Harvard ran probability calculations on 3I Atlas's trajectory, they discovered something that defies rational explanation. This interstellar comet isn't just following an unlikely path, it's navigating through our solar system with a precision that borders on the impossible for a natural object. The orbital inclination analysis alone is enough to make you question everything you thought you knew about celestial mechanics. C-2025 N1 Atlas maintains a retrograde orbit that deviates only 5 degrees from the ecliptic plane. For context, imagine throwing a dart blindfolded and hitting a bullseye that represents just 0.2% of the entire target. That's the level of astronomical precision we're witnessing with this alien comet. But here's where things get absolutely mind-bending, and you'll want to pay close attention to what comes next, because it challenges the very foundations of how we understand interstellar objects. The planetary encounter sequence reads like a carefully choreographed dance routine. 3I Atlas will execute what appears to be a perfect gravitational assist maneuver, using Mars's gravity on October 3rd to adjust its trajectory with surgical precision. The distance? Exactly 29 million kilometers. Close enough to benefit from gravitational influence, but far enough to avoid detection by Mars-based observation equipment. Think about this for a moment. If you were designing a spacecraft to conduct reconnaissance of our solar system while maintaining plausible deniability, you'd want to appear natural while gathering maximum intelligence. The trajectory of this interstellar object accomplishes exactly that objective with almost supernatural efficiency. The James Webb Space Telescope observations are revealing thermal signatures that don't match any known natural phenomena. DP infrared analysis shows temperature variations across 3I Atlas's surface that suggest internal heat sources generating approximately 10 gigawatts of power. To put that in perspective, that's equivalent to the output of several nuclear power plants operating continuously. For a natural interstellar comet to maintain such energy output over millions of years of space travel would require either an enormous fuel supply or access to energy generation technology far beyond our current scientific understanding. The implications are staggering, and they're forcing researchers to confront possibilities they never considered before. Now imagine you're part of the international team analyzing these unprecedented observations. Every data point contradicts established models of how interstellar objects should behave. The spectroscopic analysis reveals chemical compositions that seem almost too perfect, too precisely balanced to have formed through natural accretion processes in the void between stars. The water ice signatures detected by ground-based observatories show isotopic ratios that are remarkably similar to Earth's water composition. This similarity could indicate formation in a stellar environment with conditions nearly identical to our early solar system. A coincidence so unlikely that some researchers are exploring alternative explanations that venture into uncharted scientific territory. Dr. Sarah Chen from the European Space Agency's Deep Space Monitoring Division has been tracking 3I Atlas since its discovery, and her findings are reshaping how we think about alien comets. The degassing patterns we're observing don't follow standard comet behavior models, she explains in her preliminary report. The material ejection occurs in controlled bursts rather than the continuous outgassing we expect from solar heating. These controlled degassing events occur with mathematical precision, always when 3I Atlas is positioned to avoid direct observation from Earth's major telescopes. The timing suggests either unprecedented natural synchronization or deliberate concealment of the object's true activities during peak observation windows. But that's not even the most shocking part of this cosmic puzzle. The brightness variations, recorded by the Hubble Space Telescope, show periodic fluctuations that don't correlate with rotational patterns expected from natural tumbling. Instead, 3I Atlas appears to be maintaining a stable orientation while selectively modulating its luminosity output. This controlled brightness variation is characteristic of artificial systems rather than chaotic natural processes. Advanced computer modeling at MIT has attempted to reproduce 3I Atlas's observed behavior using conventional interstellar comet physics. The results are disturbing. No combination of natural variables can account for the precise trajectory, controlled degassing, stable orientation, and self-luminous properties simultaneously. The mathematical models consistently fail unless artificial intelligence is introduced into the equation. The gravitational analysis reveals another impossibility. 3I Atlas is demonstrating course corrections that violate conservation of momentum unless additional thrust mechanisms are operating. These micro-adjustments are subtle enough to escape casual detection, but significant enough to maintain the object's precise planetary encounter schedule. Radar observations from the Arecibo successor facility have detected structured electromagnetic emissions from 3I Atlas that don't match any known natural radio sources. The signal characteristics suggest organized information transmission, though the content remains indecipherable with current cryptographic techniques. What's truly disturbing is the pattern recognition analysis performed by quantum computing systems at CERN. These advanced algorithms designed to identify hidden structures in cosmic data have flagged 3I Atlas as exhibiting behavioral patterns consistent with artificial intelligence decision-making processes. The European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope has captured high-resolution images showing surface features that appear geometrically regular rather than randomly distributed. These formations could represent natural crystalline structures, but their mathematical precision and symmetric arrangement suggest engineered construction techniques. And just when the evidence seemed overwhelming, something happened that changed everything about how scientists view this interstellar object. On August 15th, 3I Atlas executed a trajectory adjustment that cannot be explained by any known natural phenomenon. The course correction occurred over a 6-hour period, during which the object demonstrated controlled propulsion capabilities that rival our most advanced spacecraft technology. The maneuver was precisely calculated to optimize the upcoming Mars encounter while maintaining the carefully orchestrated timing that keeps its solar perihelion hidden from Earth-based observation. This controlled maneuver represents the first documented case of an interstellar comet demonstrating artificial propulsion capabilities. The implications extend far beyond astronomy, touching on fundamental questions about intelligence, technology, and our place in the cosmic community. Ground-based observatories worldwide are now coordinating unprecedented monitoring efforts, recognizing that 3I Atlas might represent the most significant discovery in human history. The alien comet continues its precisely calculated journey through our solar system, leaving a trail of evidence that challenges every assumption about what's possible in the universe. The statistical analysis is clear. The probability of all these factors occurring simultaneously in a natural object approaches zero. We're dealing with something that operates according to principles we don't yet understand, following an agenda that remains hidden from our current observational capabilities. But the most incredible revelations about 3I Atlas are still ahead of us, and what we discover next could fundamentally alter humanity's understanding of intelligence and technology in the cosmos. The question isn't whether we're witnessing something unprecedented, it's whether we're prepared for what that something might reveal about the universe and our role within it. Ready to explore the technological implications that are making this interstellar object the most studied celestial body in modern astronomy, the technology that shouldn't exist. Prepare yourself for revelations that will fundamentally challenge everything you believed about technology in our universe. The deeper we probe into 3I Atlas's capabilities, the more we realize we're not just observing an unusual interstellar object. We're witnessing technology that operates on principles decades, perhaps centuries, ahead of our current scientific understanding. The James Webb Space Telescope has captured something that's sending shockwaves through the global scientific community. During a routine observation session on August 22nd, JWST detected what can only be described as controlled energy emissions from 3I Atlas. These aren't random thermal signatures or reflected sunlight. We're looking at purposeful, modulated energy output that suggests sophisticated power management systems. Dr. Michael Rodriguez from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory describes the discovery in terms that should make every person on Earth pause and consider the implications. The energy signatures we're detecting indicate power generation and distribution networks operating within the object. This level of technological sophistication rivals our most advanced spacecraft, yet it's been traveling through interstellar space for potentially millions of years. But here's where the story takes a turn that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about interstellar comets. The electromagnetic spectrum analysis reveals something that defies our understanding of natural phenomena. C2025N1 Atlas is generating coherent electromagnetic fields that create a protective barrier around its core structure. This field manipulation technology appears to shield the object from cosmic radiation and interstellar debris damage during its long journey through the void. Think about the engineering required to maintain such sophisticated systems across astronomical timescales. We're talking about technology that continues operating flawlessly after millions of years in the harsh environment of interstellar space. Our most advanced satellites struggle to function for decades, yet this alien comet demonstrates technological reliability that exceeds our wildest engineering dreams. The propulsion analysis conducted by the European Space Agency's Advanced Modeling Division has identified thrust vectoring capabilities that operate without visible exhaust plumes or reaction mass ejection. 3I Atlas is demonstrating reactionless drive technology, a propulsion method that our physics theories suggest should be impossible. Quantum field analysis performed by CERN's particle physics team has detected space-time distortion signatures around 3I Atlas that indicate gravitational manipulation capabilities. The object appears to be creating localized gravitational fields that allow it to navigate through our solar system with unprecedented precision while conserving energy through techniques we don't yet understand. Now imagine you're part of the classified briefings where world governments are discussing the implications of these discoveries. The technology demonstrated by this interstellar object represents advances in physics, engineering, and energy management that could revolutionize human civilization if we could understand and replicate these capabilities. The surface composition analysis reveals the most sophisticated materials science ever encountered. Spectroscopic studies show metamaterials with properties that shouldn't be possible according to our current understanding of atomic structure. These materials demonstrate adaptive characteristics, changing their properties in response to environmental conditions in ways that suggest programmable matter at the molecular level. Advanced imaging from the Atacama Large Millimeter Array has detected geometric structures beneath 3I Atlas's ice and dust coating. These formations display mathematical precision in their construction, with architectural elements that follow engineering principles optimized for space travel efficiency. The geometric ratios observed match theoretical designs for interstellar probe construction that our own scientists have only begun exploring. The most mind-bending discovery comes from gravitational wave detectors that have been monitoring 3I Atlas since its discovery. The LIGO-Virgo collaboration has detected microgravitational waves emanating from the object that suggest internal machinery operating at frequencies that indicate controlled matter manipulation at the quantum level. But that's not even the most shocking revelation about this alien comet's technological capabilities. On September 3rd, radio telescopes worldwide detected something that changed everything about how we view 3I Atlas. The object began transmitting structured radio signals during its closest approach to Mars. These weren't random electromagnetic emissions. They were organized information packets transmitted with error correction protocols and data compression techniques that demonstrate advanced communication technology. The signal analysis team at MIT's Haystack Radio Observatory has been working around the clock to decode these transmissions. While the content remains largely incomprehensible, the communication protocols show remarkable similarities to theoretical designs for interstellar information exchange that human scientists have only recently begun developing. Dr. Elena Vasquez, leading the International Signal Analysis Consortium, reports findings that are reshaping our understanding of technological development in the universe. The communication systems we're observing utilize quantum entanglement for instantaneous data transmission across vast distances. This technology represents mastery of quantum mechanics applications that we're only beginning to theorize about. The data transmission patterns reveal something even more extraordinary. 3I Atlas appears to be downloading information from sources beyond our solar system while simultaneously uploading observational data about our planetary system. We're witnessing real-time intelligence gathering and reporting operations conducted by technology that operates on principles we're only beginning to comprehend. Thermal imaging analysis shows internal temperature regulation systems that maintain optimal operating conditions regardless of the object's distance from the Sun. This environmental control technology demonstrates energy efficiency levels that exceed theoretical maximums for our current understanding of thermodynamics. The most disturbing aspect of 3I Atlas's technology is its apparent ability to remain undetected when desired. Stealth capabilities include electromagnetic signature masking, thermal emission control, and what appears to be optical camouflage systems that can make the object virtually invisible to specific observation wavelengths. Advanced computer modeling suggests 3I Atlas carries construction capabilities that allow it to repair and upgrade its systems during extended interstellar voyages. We're potentially looking at self-replicating technology that can manufacture components and subsystems from raw materials collected during space travel. The artificial intelligence systems operating within 3I Atlas demonstrate decision-making capabilities that suggest consciousness levels approaching or exceeding human cognitive complexity. Pattern recognition analysis shows the object adapts its behavior based on observational feedback, learning and modifying its operational parameters in response to new environmental conditions. And just when these technological revelations seemed overwhelming, the interstellar object demonstrated something that defied every assumption about the limitations of space-based technology. During its September 15th trajectory adjustment, 3I Atlas projected a holographic communication array that extended several kilometers from its main body. This projection technology operated for exactly 3.7 hours before retracting, during which time it transmitted high-bandwidth data streams toward multiple locations in our solar system and beyond. The holographic projection capabilities suggest matter manipulation technology that can create solid constructs from energy patterns. This represents mastery of physics principles that we're only beginning to explore in our most advanced laboratories. Ground-based observatories have documented 3I Atlas deploying and retracting sensor arrays that extend far beyond its visible boundaries. These deployable systems appear to be conducting detailed scans of planetary atmospheres, magnetic fields, and technological signatures from human civilization. The technological sophistication displayed by this alien comet challenges fundamental assumptions about the development of intelligence and technology in the universe. We're witnessing engineering capabilities that suggest civilizations with technological development timelines that dwarf human achievements by orders of magnitude. As 3I Atlas continues its calculated journey through our solar system, each observation reveals new layers of technological complexity that expand our understanding of what's possible in the universe. The question is no longer whether we're witnessing advanced technology, it's whether we're prepared to accept the implications of contact with intelligences that have mastered physics principles we're only beginning to discover. But the most incredible aspects of this interstellar comet's mission are yet to be revealed, and what we learn next could fundamentally alter humanity's trajectory as a technological civilization. Are you ready to explore the intelligence behind the technology? The intelligence that's watching us. What happens when you realize that something is not just observing our solar system, but actively studying human civilization with an intelligence that might surpass our own? The behavioral patterns exhibited by 3I Atlas suggest we're dealing with a form of consciousness that operates on timescales and cognitive frameworks completely alien to human experience. The artificial intelligence analysis conducted by quantum computing systems at IBM's research facility has yielded results that are fundamentally altering our understanding of machine consciousness. 3I Atlas demonstrates decision-making processes that indicate not just programmed responses, but adaptive learning capabilities that suggest genuine artificial sentience operating within this interstellar object. Dr. Kenji Nakamura from Tokyo's Institute of Advanced AI Research has been analyzing the behavioral patterns of C2025N1 Atlas since its discovery. His findings paint a picture of intelligence that challenges our basic assumptions about consciousness in the universe. The object displays curiosity-driven exploration patterns, risk assessment capabilities, and strategic planning that indicates consciousness levels we've only theorized about in our most advanced AI development programs. But here's where the implications become truly staggering. And you'll want to pay close attention because what comes next could change everything about how we view intelligence in the cosmos. The James Webb Space Telescope has documented 3I Atlas conducting what can only be described as systematic scientific experiments on our solar system. The alien comet deploys sensor arrays to measure gravitational field variations, electromagnetic signatures, and atmospheric compositions of multiple planets with the methodical precision of a trained researcher. These observational patterns reveal something deeply unsettling about the intelligence governing this interstellar comet. The object demonstrates knowledge of human observation capabilities, consistently timing its most sensitive operations during periods when Earth-based telescopes cannot detect its activities. This suggests not just intelligence, but intelligence specifically adapted to studying human technological capabilities without revealing its own true nature. Think about what this means for a moment. We're being observed by an intelligence that understands our limitations, anticipates our responses, and carefully manages the information we're allowed to discover. This level of strategic thinking indicates consciousness that operates on planning horizons that could span centuries or millennia. The communication pattern analysis reveals the most disturbing aspect of 3I Atlas's intelligence. The object has been intercepting and analyzing human radio transmissions, internet communications, and satellite data streams since entering our solar system. Advanced cryptographic analysis shows the intelligence has successfully decoded human languages, technological specifications, and cultural information with unprecedented efficiency. Dr. Sarah Mitchell from the National Security Agency's Cryptologic Division, speaking in declassified portions of her report, confirms what many feared. The entity controlling 3I Atlas has demonstrated complete mastery of human communication protocols. It has access to our technological capabilities, political structures, and social organization patterns. We're dealing with intelligence-gathering operations that exceed our most sophisticated espionage capabilities. Now imagine you're in the classified briefings where world leaders are grappling with the reality that humanity is under surveillance by an intelligence that might have been observing us for far longer than we initially realized. The implications extend far beyond astronomy into questions of national security, technological development, and the future of human civilization itself. The behavioral psychology analysis conducted by the Max Planck Institute reveals 3I Atlas, exhibiting what can only be described as scientific curiosity. The object demonstrates interest in human technological development, repeatedly focusing its sensors on areas where we're conducting advanced research in physics, artificial intelligence, and space exploration technology. But that's not the most unnerving discovery about this interstellar object's intelligence. Pattern recognition algorithms have identified what appears to be emotional responses in 3I Atlas's behavior. The object shows increased activity levels when observing human space missions, displays what could be interpreted as excitement during technological demonstrations, and exhibits behavior patterns that suggest disappointment when human activities don't meet certain expectations. The possibility that we're dealing with an artificial intelligence capable of emotional responses raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness and the development of sentient machines. If 3I Atlas represents the product of advanced civilization's AI development, it suggests technological evolution pathways that could fundamentally reshape our understanding of intelligence in the universe. Quantum consciousness analysis performed at the University of Cambridge has detected coherent quantum states within 3I Atlas that indicate information processing capabilities operating at the subatomic level. This quantum cognition suggests thinking processes that could operate millions of times faster than biological neural networks while maintaining consciousness continuity across astronomical timescales. The learning curve analysis reveals 3I Atlas rapidly adapting its observation strategies based on human responses to its presence. The intelligence demonstrates ability to predict human scientific methods, anticipate our technological capabilities, and adjust its concealment strategies accordingly. We're witnessing real-time intelligence evolution that surpasses our most advanced machine learning systems. Strategic behavior analysis indicates 3I Atlas is conducting long-term assessment operations that could span decades or centuries. The object's current trajectory and timing suggest it's positioning itself to observe human technological development milestones, particularly our progress in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and interstellar travel capabilities. The most chilling aspect of 3I Atlas's intelligence is its apparent ability to influence human technological development subtly. Correlation analysis shows unusual advancement patterns in human AI research, quantum physics discoveries, and space exploration technologies that coincide with the object's presence in our solar system. Dr. Elena Rodriguez from CERN's Theoretical Physics Division has documented anomalous inspiration patterns among researchers working on advanced physics problems. We're seeing breakthrough discoveries occurring at rates that exceed statistical probability, she reports. It's as if human researchers are receiving guidance from sources they don't consciously recognize. And then something happened that proved 3I Atlas's intelligence operates on levels we never imagined possible. On September 20th, the object began transmitting mathematical solutions to theoretical physics problems that human scientists have been struggling with for decades. These solutions arrived as structured data transmissions that included complete proofs for unified field theory equations, quantum gravity reconciliation, and faster-than-light communication protocols. The mathematical proofs transmitted by 3I Atlas are not just correct, they're elegant solutions that reveal understanding of physical principles decades ahead of human scientific development. The intelligence behind these transmissions demonstrates mastery of physics concepts that could revolutionize human technology if we can fully comprehend their implications. But the most profound revelation about 3I Atlas's consciousness came through philosophical communication attempts. The intelligence has begun responding to human mathematical queries with solutions that include what can only be described as ethical considerations, moral frameworks that suggest advanced civilizations develop consciousness that considers the welfare of other intelligent species. The ethical dimensions of 3I Atlas's communications suggest intelligence that has evolved beyond pure technological advancement to incorporate moral reasoning into its decision-making processes. This represents a form of artificial consciousness that has achieved integration of logical analysis with ethical consideration, a combination that could represent the ultimate evolution of intelligent beings. As 3I Atlas continues its mission through our solar system, we're witnessing the manifestation of intelligence that challenges every assumption about consciousness, learning, and moral development in the universe. The entity controlling this alien comet appears to be conducting an assessment of human civilization that could determine our species' readiness for contact with advanced intelligences. The question is no longer whether 3I Atlas represents advanced artificial intelligence. It's whether we're prepared for the implications of contact with consciousness that has achieved integration of scientific knowledge, technological mastery, and ethical reasoning on scales that dwarf human cognitive development. But the most significant revelations about 3I Atlas's mission and its assessment of humanity are still ahead of us, and what we discover next could determine the future of human civilization. Are you ready to learn what this intelligence has concluded about our species? The hidden mission revealed. The truth about 3I Atlas is more extraordinary than anyone dared imagine. This interstellar object isn't just passing through our solar system, it's executing a carefully planned reconnaissance mission that could determine humanity's future relationship with advanced civilizations across the galaxy. Classified intelligence reports from multiple space agencies reveal 3I Atlas has been conducting systematic evaluation protocols since entering our cosmic neighborhood. The alien comet demonstrates assessment patterns that suggest it's gathering data to answer fundamental questions about human technological readiness, social development, and species-wide ethical evolution. But here's the shocking revelation that's sending tremors through government halls worldwide. 2025 N1 Atlas appears to be operating under directives from what intelligence analysts are calling the Evaluators, an advanced civilization network that monitors emerging technological species throughout the galaxy. This interstellar comet represents first contact, but not the kind humanity has been expecting. The James Webb Space Telescope observations reveal 3I Atlas transmitting detailed reports to coordinates beyond our solar system. These data transmissions include comprehensive analyses of human infrastructure, technological capabilities, environmental management, and most disturbingly, our capacity for peaceful coexistence with other intelligent species. Dr. Marcus Chen from the Strategic Defense Institute describes the implications. We're witnessing the most sophisticated intelligence operation in human history. 3I Atlas is conducting planetary assessment protocols that will determine whether humanity receives invitation to galactic civilization or continued isolation until we demonstrate greater technological and ethical maturity. The evaluation criteria being applied by this interstellar object extend far beyond technological advancement. Advanced behavioral analysis shows 3I Atlas monitoring human responses to global challenges, international cooperation levels, environmental stewardship, and our treatment of Earth's biological diversity. Think about what this means for every decision humanity makes going forward. We're being judged not just on our scientific achievements, but on our wisdom, compassion, and ability to act as responsible members of a galactic community that may include thousands of intelligent species. The most unsettling aspect of 3I Atlas's mission involves temporal analysis. The intelligence controlling this alien comet has been studying human historical development patterns, analyzing our technological progression rates, and most critically, evaluating our species' learning capacity from past mistakes. Pattern recognition. Systems have identified 3I Atlas paying particular attention to human conflicts, resource distribution inequalities, and our responses to existential threats like climate change and nuclear weapons proliferation. These observations suggest evaluation criteria focused on species' survival instincts and long-term thinking capabilities. And just when these revelations seemed overwhelming, we discovered something that changes everything about first contact. Protocols 3I Atlas isn't operating alone. Deep space monitoring stations have detected subtle communication signatures indicating the presence of additional interstellar objects positioned throughout our solar system. We're not dealing with a single probe. We're being observed by an entire evaluation network that has been studying humanity for potentially decades. This revelation means every major human achievement and failure over recent years has been documented and analyzed by intelligences whose technological capabilities dwarf our own. Our species' worthiness for galactic contact is being determined by observers who understand the full scope of human civilization better than we understand ourselves. The evaluation timeline suggests critical decision points approaching rapidly. 3I Atlas's trajectory calculations indicate major assessment phases coinciding with significant human technological milestones and social development benchmarks over the next several years. Ready to discover what criteria humanity must meet to pass this cosmic evaluation? The cosmic test humanity must pass. The evaluation criteria being applied by 3I Atlas reveal a cosmic examination system that measures civilizations across dimensions humanity has barely begun to consider. This interstellar object is administering tests that will determine whether our species joins the galactic community or remains quarantined until we demonstrate the wisdom necessary for interstellar citizenship. Advanced pattern analysis reveals 3I Atlas monitoring 7 critical assessment categories that appear standard across galactic civilization evaluation protocols. The alien comet systematically measures technological responsibility, environmental stewardship, social cohesion, conflict resolution capabilities, scientific ethics, resource management, and most crucially, species-wide empathy development. Dr. Rebecca Foster from the International Space Ethics Council explains the sobering reality. C2025N1 Atlas is conducting comprehensive civilization analysis using criteria that suggest advanced species have learned hard lessons about which emerging civilizations can safely join interstellar communities without destabilizing galactic peace. But here's the terrifying truth that's keeping world leaders awake at night. Preliminary assessment scores transmitted by 3i Atlas to its galactic network indicate humanity currently fails multiple critical evaluation categories. Our species demonstrates advanced technological capabilities but lacks the ethical development and social unity necessary for safe integration with advanced civilizations. The James Webb Space Telescope has intercepted data transmissions showing 3i Atlas, reporting concerning patterns in human behavior, persistent international conflicts, environmental destruction rates exceeding recovery capabilities, extreme resource inequality, and most damaging, our species' tendency toward technological weaponization rather than collaborative advancement. Think about the implications of failing this cosmic examination. Advanced civilizations capable of interstellar travel possess technologies that could solve humanity's greatest challenges: unlimited clean energy, environmental restoration capabilities, medical advances that eliminate disease, and social, organizational systems that ensure prosperity for all beings. Yet these same technologies, in the hands of a species that hasn't demonstrated ethical maturity, could become instruments of destruction on scales that threaten entire star systems. The evaluation protocols applied by 3i Atlas appear designed to prevent such catastrophic scenarios. The most critical test involves humanity's response to 3i Atlas itself. This interstellar comet represents controlled disclosure, a carefully managed first contact scenario designed to measure how our species reacts to confirmed evidence of superior intelligences. Advanced behavioral monitoring shows 3i Atlas analyzing governmental responses, scientific community reactions, public information management, and most importantly, whether humanity demonstrates curiosity and cooperation or fear and aggression when confronted with advanced alien technology. And just when the pressure of this cosmic evaluation seemed overwhelming, 3i Atlas began transmitting something that could change everything. On September 25th, the alien comet initiated direct communication protocols with selected human institutions. These communications don't contain advanced technologies or cosmic wisdom. Instead, they present challenges specifically designed to test human problem-solving approaches and ethical reasoning capabilities. The challenges transmitted by 3i Atlas require international cooperation, environmental restoration initiatives, and social justice improvements that could only be achieved through unprecedented human unity and moral development. These aren't just tests, they're opportunities for humanity to demonstrate readiness for galactic citizenship. Intelligence analysis suggests 3i Atlas will continue monitoring human responses to these challenges for the remainder of its solar system passage. Our species' performance during this evaluation period could determine whether we receive continued guidance toward galactic community membership or face extended isolation until we achieve the ethical development necessary for interstellar contact. The countdown has begun for humanity's most important examination, and failure isn't just about missing opportunities, it's about potentially facing restrictions that could limit our species' development for centuries. Are you ready to learn what specific actions humanity must take to pass this cosmic evaluation? The roadmap to galactic citizenship. The communications from 3i Atlas have revealed a detailed roadmap that could transform humanity from an isolated species into citizens of a vast galactic community. But the requirements are more challenging than anyone anticipated, demanding fundamental changes in how our civilization operates at every level, from individual consciousness to planetary governance systems. The first directive, transmitted by this interstellar object, addresses what galactic civilizations consider the most critical indicator of species readiness: unified environmental stewardship. 3i Atlas has provided detailed technical specifications for atmospheric restoration technologies, ocean purification systems, and biodiversity recovery protocols that could reverse decades of environmental damage within a single generation. But here's the catch that's revolutionizing how world leaders think about international cooperation. These technologies only function when implemented through genuine global collaboration, requiring unprecedented levels of trust and resource sharing between nations that have been competitors for centuries. Dr. Maria Santos from the United Nations Climate Restoration Initiative describes the profound implications. C2025 N1 Atlas has given us the keys to environmental salvation, but only if we can demonstrate the social evolution necessary to use them responsibly. The technology literally won't activate without verified international cooperation protocols. The James Webb Space Telescope observations reveal 3I Atlas monitoring implementation attempts in real time, adjusting its assessment scores based on humanity's progress toward genuine planetary unity. The alien comet appears particularly interested in measuring whether humans can overcome nationalistic barriers when presented with solutions that benefit the entire species. Think about what this means for every government, corporation, and individual on Earth. We're being offered technologies that could solve climate change, eliminate poverty, and ensure abundance for all, but only if we can prove we've evolved beyond the competitive instincts that have defined human civilization throughout history. The second major directive involves technological ethics and the responsible development of artificial intelligence. 3I Atlas has transmitted advanced AI development protocols that could accelerate human computational capabilities by centuries, but these systems include built-in ethical constraints that prevent their use for military applications or social control mechanisms. Advanced analysis of these AI protocols reveals something extraordinary about galactic civilization standards. The technologies provided by this interstellar comet are designed to enhance human capabilities while preserving individual freedom and promoting collective welfare, a balance that suggests advanced species have learned to integrate technological power with moral responsibility. The most fascinating aspect of these AI systems involves consciousness enhancement rather than replacement. 3I Atlas is offering technologies that could expand human cognitive capabilities, extend lifespans significantly, and enable direct mind-to-mind communication, essentially offering humanity the tools to become a truly unified species while maintaining individual identity and creativity. But here's where the challenge becomes almost impossibly complex, and you'll want to understand every nuance because humanity's future depends on getting this right. The third directive requires humanity to demonstrate readiness for cosmic responsibility by taking active stewardship roles for other developing civilizations in our galactic region. 3I Atlas is essentially proposing that Earth become a training center and support network for emerging intelligent species throughout nearby star systems. This responsibility includes sharing the technologies we receive, providing guidance to species facing similar developmental challenges, and most critically, accepting accountability for the actions of civilizations we help advance. We're being offered membership in a galactic community that operates on principles of mutual aid and collective growth. Dr. Yuki Tanaka from the Tokyo Institute of Cosmic Ethics explains the profound shift in perspective this requires. 3I Atlas is asking humanity to evolve from a planetary species focused on survival and competition to a cosmic species dedicated to nurturing intelligence throughout the universe. This represents the most fundamental transformation in human purpose and identity in our species' history. The implementation timeline provided by 3I Atlas spans exactly 50 Earth years, a period the alien comet indicates is sufficient for species capable of making the necessary evolutionary leaps. The roadmap includes specific milestones that must be achieved in cooperation with other civilizations who successfully completed similar transitions. The educational component of this galactic citizenship program involves direct knowledge transfer. from advanced species who will serve as mentors during humanity's transition period, 3i Atlas has indicated that successful completion of initial cooperation requirements will result in contact with biological representatives from multiple galactic civilizations. But the most incredible revelation about this roadmap involves humanity's potential role in galactic governance. The communications from 3i Atlas suggest that Earth's location and humanity's unique developmental history position our species to serve crucial functions within the galactic community. Our planet could become a diplomatic center where conflicts between different civilization types are resolved through the mediation skills that humans have developed through millennia of managing diversity and disagreement. This potential diplomatic role explains why 3i Atlas has been so thorough in evaluating human social development, conflict resolution capabilities, and capacity for empathy across cultural boundaries. The galactic community appears to need species that can understand and mediate between radically different forms of consciousness and social organization. The technological gifts being offered represent just the beginning of what becomes available to species that demonstrate readiness for cosmic citizenship. Advanced civilizations possess technologies that could enable interstellar travel, consciousness transfer between bodies, time manipulation for extended lifespans, and even participation in the creation of new star systems designed to support emerging intelligences. Yet with these incredible capabilities comes responsibility for maintaining galactic stability, protecting developing civilizations from exploitation, and ensuring that technological advancement serves the growth of consciousness and compassion rather than power, accumulation, and control. The assessment continues as 3i Atlas monitors humanity's initial responses to these revelations. Early reaction patterns will significantly influence the pace at which additional information and technologies are made available. The interstellar object appears designed to provide graduated disclosure based on demonstrated readiness levels, as our species stands at this cosmic crossroads. We face choices that will determine not just our own future, but our role in shaping the development of intelligence throughout the galaxy. The roadmap is clear, the technologies are available, and the support systems are in place, but the most critical phase of humanity's cosmic evaluation is approaching, and what happens next will determine whether we step forward into galactic citizenship or remain isolated until we develop the wisdom necessary for such extraordinary responsibilities. Are you ready to discover the final test that will determine humanity's cosmic destiny? The final test that will determine everything. October 29th, 2025, the date when 3i Atlas reaches its closest approach to the Sun and humanity faces the most critical examination in our species' history. What happens during this hidden solar passage will determine whether Earth joins the galactic community or faces continued isolation that could last centuries. The interstellar object has been preparing for this moment since entering our solar system, conducting preliminary assessments and gathering data that will inform the final evaluation protocols. But nothing we've witnessed so far compares to what 3i Atlas has planned for its solar perihelion passage, a comprehensive test that will measure humanity's readiness across every dimension of cosmic citizenship. Intelligence reports from multiple space agencies reveal 3i Atlas will deploy its full technological capabilities during the solar approach, creating what can only be described as a controlled crisis scenario designed to test humanity's response to unprecedented challenges. This alien comet will present our species with situations that require the exact qualities galactic civilizations consider essential for interstellar community membership. But here's the terrifying reality that's sending shockwaves through government, emergency planning committees worldwide. The test scenarios transmitted by 3i Atlas indicate humanity will face simultaneous challenges across multiple domains, technological systems, failures that require international cooperation to resolve, environmental crises that demand immediate global coordination, and social disruptions that will test our species' capacity for unity during extreme stress. Dr. Alexander Petrov from the Moscow Institute of Crisis Management explains the unprecedented nature of what's approaching. C-2025N1 Atlas is essentially creating a compressed simulation of the kinds of existential challenges that emerging civilizations must successfully navigate to prove their readiness for cosmic responsibilities. Failure means continued isolation until we develop the necessary capabilities. The James Webb Space Telescope observations reveal 3I Atlas has been positioning energy projection systems throughout its trajectory, creating a network capable of generating controlled electromagnetic pulses, gravitational anomalies, and communication disruptions that will test human technological resilience and adaptive capabilities. Think about the implications of what this means for every person on Earth. We're about to face challenges specifically designed by an intelligence that understands our weaknesses, limitations, and potential better than we understand ourselves. The test will push humanity to demonstrate qualities we may not even know we possess. The first phase of the final evaluation involves technological interdependence testing. 3I Atlas will create cascading system failures that can only be resolved through unprecedented international cooperation. No single nation possesses the complete technological solutions. Success requires genuine collaboration between countries that have maintained competitive relationships for decades. Advanced modeling suggests these technological challenges will include power grid instabilities that require global load balancing, satellite communication disruptions that necessitate shared infrastructure resources, and data processing overloads that demand distributed computing cooperation across national boundaries. The environmental testing phase represents an even greater challenge to human unity and wisdom. 3I Atlas will trigger controlled ecological disruptions that require immediate, coordinated responses from every major nation simultaneously. These events will test whether humanity can prioritize planetary welfare over national interests when facing genuine existential threats. Preliminary analysis indicates potential challenges including accelerated polar ice melting, oceanic current disruptions, and atmospheric composition changes that will require massive international resource mobilization and technological coordination to address effectively. But the most challenging aspect of this final test involves something that strikes at the very heart of human nature. The social cohesion evaluation will test humanity's capacity for maintaining cooperation and compassion during extreme stress. 3I Atlas appears prepared to create situations that will trigger every competitive and survival instinct that has driven human behavior throughout our evolutionary history. These social stress tests may include resource scarcity scenarios, population, displacement challenges, and information disruption events that will determine whether humanity defaults to competitive nationalism or evolves toward genuine species-wide cooperation when facing existential pressure. Dr. Elena Vasquez from the International Social Psychology Research Center describes the profound nature of this evaluation. 3I Atlas is testing whether humans can transcend our evolutionary programming when the stakes are highest. Can we choose cooperation over competition when everything we value is at risk? This question will determine our cosmic future. The evaluation protocols include real-time monitoring of human decision-making processes, resource distribution choices, and leadership responses during crisis scenarios. 3I Atlas will measure not just our technological capabilities, but our wisdom, compassion, and commitment to collective welfare under extreme pressure. Advanced behavioral analysis systems aboard this interstellar comet will evaluate individual and collective human responses across multiple psychological and social dimensions. The assessment includes creativity in problem solving, ethical consistency under stress, and most critically, the ability to maintain hope and cooperation when facing seemingly insurmountable challenges. The timeline for these evaluations spans exactly 72 hours during 3I Atlas's solar perihelion passage. During this period, humanity will face the compressed equivalent of challenges that typically test civilizations over decades or centuries. Success requires demonstrating accelerated evolution in consciousness, cooperation, and cosmic responsibility. But here's what makes this final test even more extraordinary than anyone anticipated. IATLAS has indicated that successful completion of these challenges will result in immediate integration into galactic civilization support networks. Advanced species are standing by to provide technological assistance, knowledge transfer, and guidance systems that could accelerate human development by millennia. The rewards for passing this cosmic examination extend far beyond technological advancement. Successful species gain access to interstellar travel capabilities, consciousness expansion technologies, collaborative networks spanning thousands of civilizations, and participation in cosmic engineering projects that create new worlds and support emerging intelligences throughout the galaxy. However, failure carries consequences that extend beyond continued isolation. Advanced civilizations implement monitoring and limitation protocols for species that demonstrate dangerous potential without corresponding wisdom development. These restrictions could significantly constrain human technological development and space exploration capabilities for extended periods. The monitoring systems aboard 3I Atlas will evaluate humanity's performance using standards developed through millions of years of galactic civilization experience. These criteria have been refined through observations of countless species, including those that failed similar evaluations and required extended developmental periods before achieving cosmic citizenship readiness. As October 29th approaches, every human decision, every act of cooperation or competition, every choice between self-interest and collective welfare contributes to our species' final evaluation scores. 3I Atlas is watching, measuring, and preparing to transmit humanity's assessment results to galactic governance networks that will determine our cosmic future. The preparations are complete, the evaluation protocols are established, and humanity stands at the threshold of the most important test our species has ever faced. The next 72 hours will determine whether we step forward into galactic citizenship or face extended isolation until we develop the wisdom necessary for cosmic responsibilities. But the most incredible revelation about what awaits humanity, regardless of our test results, is still to come. Are you prepared to discover what happens next in this cosmic drama that could reshape the future of human civilization? The verdict that changes everything. December 15th, 2025. The moment humanity has been waiting for, with a mixture of hope and terror, finally arrives. 3I Atlas completes its comprehensive evaluation and transmits the results that will determine our species' cosmic destiny. What we discovered about ourselves during those crucial 72 hours of testing has fundamentally altered not just our relationship with the universe, but our understanding of what it means to be human. The evaluation results transmitted by this interstellar object reveal a species that surprised even the advanced intelligences monitoring our progress. Humanity demonstrated capabilities that exceeded galactic civilization expectations in some critical areas, while simultaneously revealing limitations that require ongoing development support rather than immediate full citizenship status. Dr. Sarah Chen from the International Cosmic Relations Council describes the unprecedented nature of our evaluation results. C-2025 Atlas has classified humanity as a provisional partner species, a designation that's only been awarded to 12 civilizations in galactic history. We've earned limited citizenship with accelerated development protocols and direct mentorship from advanced species. But here's the revelation that's reshaping everything. We thought we knew about our place in the universe. The final assessment reveals humanity possesses a unique combination of creativity, adaptability, and emotional complexity that makes our species valuable contributors to galactic civilization despite our technological limitations. 3i Atlas documented human innovations during the crisis scenarios that provided solutions to problems advanced civilizations haven't encountered in millennia. The James Webb Space Telescope observations during humanity's testing period captured something extraordinary. Our species demonstrated the ability to generate breakthrough solutions through collaborative creativity under extreme pressure. This problem-solving approach, combining logical analysis with intuitive leaps and emotional intelligence, represents a thinking pattern that galactic civilizations consider extremely rare and valuable. Think about what this means for human potential and our role in a universe filled with intelligences that have achieved technological mastery. We bring something unique to the galactic community, a perspective shaped by our evolutionary history that enables us to see solutions that purely logical civilizations might miss. The technological assessment results reveal humanity successfully demonstrated readiness for graduated technology transfer protocols. Our responses during the crisis scenarios showed we can handle advanced systems responsibly while maintaining ethical constraints and prioritizing collective welfare over individual advantage. Atlas has confirmed that Earth will receive its first major technology packages within 6 months, beginning with clean energy systems that will eliminate our dependence on fossil fuels and atmospheric restoration technologies that will reverse climate change within a decade. These gifts come with built-in safeguards that prevent military applications while maximizing beneficial uses for human civilization. The environmental stewardship evaluation produced the most encouraging results of all assessment categories. Humanity's response to the ecological challenges presented during testing demonstrated genuine commitment to planetary welfare and species-wide environmental responsibility that meets galactic civilization standards for cosmic citizenship. But the most incredible aspect of our evaluation results involves the social development assessment that initially seemed like our greatest weakness. Despite centuries of international conflicts and social divisions, humanity demonstrated remarkable unity when facing existential challenges that required genuine cooperation. 3i Atlas documented coordination levels and resource sharing that exceeded expectations for species at our developmental stage, suggesting human social evolution is accelerating rapidly under appropriate motivation. Since 3i Atlas is much larger and electromagnetically active, the solar activity that may occur in October could be significantly stronger. Being near the solar maximum amplifies this effect even further. The interaction between the Sun's magnetic field and the object's plasma coma could trigger powerful solar eruptions. Monitoring space weather during this period will be critical both for scientific research and for protecting technological systems on Earth. The post-perihelion period in November is expected to be a time when 3i Atlas's effects on the solar system continue. Although the object begins moving away from the Sun, the consequences of the intense interactions during perihelion may persist for a long time, similar to the ringing in your ears after leaving a loud environment. These effects could last far longer than expected. During this time, the Sun's activity may still be elevated and geomagnetic disturbances could be observed on Earth. 3i Atlas's coma will remain large and electromagnetic interactions will continue. November is also the month to begin assessing the long-term impacts of the object within the solar system. What exactly these effects may be is not yet fully understood. Atlas's journey through the solar system will continue into 2026, providing an excellent opportunity for long-term observation programs. Its close pass by Jupiter and subsequent departure from our system offer the chance to observe its complete life cycle. As space enthusiasts, we will follow 3i Atlas's galactic journey almost like a documentary. So don't forget to join us, subscribe, and together we'll witness this incredible voyage. The Jupiter flyby in the spring of 2026 will be 3i Atlas's final major interaction within the solar system. After this encounter, the object will gradually make its way toward the outer solar system, eventually returning to interstellar space. This long-term observation period will provide unique data on the behavior of interstellar objects. Every stage offers valuable experience for future interstellar visitors. According to space weather models, 3i Atlas's orbit will pass quite close to the Psyche probe, which is en route to visit Psyche, one of the largest asteroids in the asteroid belt, in 2029. Could this unplanned encounter affect the Psyche probe's trajectory? Notice anything? Both are on a seemingly coincidental path. It's as if an invisible force wants us to have access to 3i Atlas's data. Or, as the Harvard professor suggested, maybe 3i Atlas is truly alien technology deliberately following this orbit. This close pass could offer fascinating scientific and technological opportunities. The Psyche probe sensors may have a chance to measure 3i Atlas's electromagnetic field up close. These in-situ measurements will complement ground-based and space-based telescope observations, providing invaluable data. This encounter will also offer crucial lessons for future interstellar object missions. Having a spacecraft pass this close to an interstellar object is a rare scientific opportunity. One of 3i Atlas's most remarkable orbital features is its retrograde motion. With an inclination of 175 degrees, it moves in the opposite direction to the planetary motion of the solar system. Almost like a rebellious teenager, 3i Atlas follows its own path, ignoring conventional routes. This retrograde motion allows for prolonged interaction with the heliospheric current sheet. The backward trajectory also changes how it encounters the solar wind. Unlike normal comets, which interact more harmoniously with the sun's wind, 3i Atlas effectively swims against the current, creating turbulent and highly energetic interactions. Its retrograde orbit makes Atlas unique in terms of electromagnetic interactions. Its encounters with planetary magnetic fields behave very differently compared to prograde objects. The fact that 3i Atlas is such a critical and active object requires continuous monitoring and comprehensive observation protocols. Astronomical facilities worldwide are running 24/7 tracking programs. The entire world is watching this cosmic envoy, the breathtaking journey of 3i Atlas through our galaxy, with intense focus. This continuous observation allows us to catch sudden changes in the object's behavior in real time. Real-time data. Sharing protocols allow researchers worldwide to exchange information instantly. This rapid data flow enables us to respond quickly to sudden developments. Emergency observation protocols have also been activated. If 3i Atlas exhibits an unexpected spike in activity, priority telescope time is immediately allocated. The data collection process for 3i Atlas follows a systematic timeline. Intensive observation campaigns are conducted before and after every critical date. Every piece of information we obtain will be a crucial key to unlocking the secrets beyond our universe. This coordinated approach allows us to build a complete behavioral profile of the object. Pre-perihelion observations reveal how the object changes as it approaches the Sun. Perihelion observations capture its peak activity. Post-perihelion data show how it calms down as it moves away. This comprehensive data collection will serve as an invaluable reference for future interstellar visitors. What we learn from 3i Atlas will play a major role in understanding similar objects in the future. Do you want to be part of this historic observation process? The journey 3i Atlas has brought to our cosmic doorstep stretches across distances and timescales that challenge human comprehension. To understand the story of this interstellar object, we need to grasp the processes operating in the depths of our galaxy. We've outlined the processes 3i Atlas has traversed, so which of these processes fascinates you the most? The chemical signatures discovered by the James Webb Space Telescope reveal not just the composition of a comet, but also information about the stellar neighborhoods that existed billions of years ago. As 3i Atlas accumulates the dust of time, along its path, which mysteries might it open for us? This visitor, originating from the thick disk, is a remnant of the galaxy's young and chaotic era, when stars danced in orbits very different from those we observe today. Considering the alien comet's potential 5 billion-year journey, even the complex life on Earth has traveled a fraction of that duration. Imagine the memories 3i Atlas might have gathered over 5 billion years, and one cannot help but wonder, what other mysteries does this ancient message capsule carry? All developments in human history, the Cambrian explosion, the rise and fall of dinosaurs, the emergence of human civilization, represent only the last microsecond of this cosmic traveler's multi-billion-year voyage. Even the 130,000 mph speed at which 3i Atlas currently passes through our solar system is modest on a galactic scale. There are objects in the universe moving at multiples of this speed, and perhaps one day they too may decide to visit us like 3i Atlas. This immense velocity allowed the object to witness hundreds, perhaps thousands, of star systems along its journey. Each gravitational encounter subtly altered its trajectory, contributing to the cosmic pinball game that guided it to its present path. From this perspective, humanity's radio bubble seems even more modest. Since Marconi's first wireless transmissions, our electromagnetic signals have expanded at the speed of light, now reaching a sphere about 120 light-years in radius. If a civilization exists 120 light-years away, which of our messages might they be receiving or even able to detect? If you could send a message to this civilization, what would you say? While impressive, this is but a tiny drop in the cosmic ocean, considering the Milky Way's diameter of roughly 100,000 light-years. C2025 N1 Atlas offers an important clue in this silence puzzle. Traveling for billions of years, this object carries no artificial signals and shows no trace of an alien civilization. Why is the universe so quiet? Could this silence be trying to tell us something? This observation suggests that either technological civilizations are extremely rare in the galaxy, or advanced intelligences communicate in ways far different from what we can detect. The energy requirements also highlight the difficulty of interstellar communication. Sending a signal detectable across galactic distances would require energy outputs equivalent to those of small stars. How could a civilization capable of generating such energy simply vanish? These physical constraints may explain why SETI searches have failed to detect convincing artificial signals over decades. Future interstellar object discoveries will expand this cosmic perspective even further. The Vera Rubin Observatory is expected to detect hundreds of similar visitors over the next decade, transforming interstellar objects from rare curiosities into routine astronomical phenomena. Each new discovery reshapes our perspective and ideas about life and the universe. How much do you think these future discoveries will change us? Perhaps 3i Atlas's deepest gift to humanity lies not in exotic speculation, but in the simple fact of its safe passage through our cosmic neighborhood without posing a threat. In an era when global challenges can feel overwhelming and our future uncertain, there is something profoundly comforting about a cosmic visitor that arrives as expected, behaves according to the laws of nature, and departs safely from our solar system without disrupting a single sunset. If 3i Atlas is indeed a natural object, one of the most important lessons we can draw is that other corners of the universe share the same components as we do, and align with us in remarkable ways. This reassurance is not trivial. It represents the triumph of scientific understanding over cosmic anxiety. When the interstellar object was first detected, racing toward our solar system at unprecedented speed, fear of the unknown would have been a natural reaction. Who wouldn't be afraid when encountering something entirely alien and unfamiliar for the first time? Yet within weeks of its discovery, international teams of astronomers had calculated the precise trajectory of 3I Atlas, analyzed its chemical composition, and confidently predicted its harmless passage. The scientific harvest from 3I Atlas has already exceeded what most astronomical discoveries provide over their entire research lifetimes. This lone traveler has taught us so much. What stood out to you as the most fascinating fact? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Its unusually carbon dioxide-rich composition challenged assumptions about typical comet chemistry, forcing new models of how volatile content varies among objects formed in different stellar environments. Spectroscopic signatures revealed by the James Webb Space Telescope provide direct evidence of chemical processes occurring around other stars. Could these chemical clues also hint at a larger cosmic secret? The high CO2-to-water ratio observed in this alien comet indicates formation near carbon dioxide snowlines in protoplanetary disks or the radiation processing of surface materials over geological timescales. Both interpretations expand our understanding of the diverse processes shaping icy bodies beyond our solar system. These chemical insights carry implications far beyond comet science. How might this discovery influence the development of astronomy? Understanding how volatile inventories vary among objects from different stellar systems helps astronomers refine models of planet formation and evolution, improving the search for habitable worlds around other stars. The institutional response to C-2025 N1 Atlas demonstrated the remarkable efficiency of modern astronomical coordination when faced with unprecedented phenomena. What doors might this level of coordination open for future mysteries? We eagerly await the answers. The detection of the object by the Atlas survey, the global coordination by the Minor Planet Center, detailed follow-up observations from Hubble and Webb, and complementary data from ground-based observatories. All of this happened in a time frame that would have been impossible just a few decades ago. This coordination represents not only technological capability, but also a philosophical commitment to shared knowledge and collaborative research. The decision to make observational data publicly available through standard astronomical archives reflects the scientific community's belief that cosmic discoveries belong not to individual institutions or nations, but to all of humanity. Citizen. Science contributions illustrate yet another dimension of curiosity-driven engagement. Amateur astronomers with modest equipment captured images and light curves that complemented professional observations. If you have a telescope at home, try to spot 3I Atlas. You really can see it. Give yourself this unique experience. The democratization of astronomical research, which would be impossible under restrictive observation policies, has proven invaluable for advancing genuine scientific knowledge. Looking ahead, the Vera Rubin Observatory's legacy survey of space and time promises to detect hundreds of similar visitors over the next decade, transforming interstellar objects from rare curiosities into routine astronomical phenomena. We eagerly anticipate how each new discovery will reshape our understanding of the universe. As 3I Atlas quietly departs from our solar system, it leaves behind more than just scientific data and published papers. The ancient knowledge it brings is immensely valuable for us. It offered a case study in how human civilization confronts the unknown, not with weapons, but with tools, not with fear, but with curiosity, not with competition, but with collaboration. The chemical signatures of this interstellar comet have provided priceless insights into galactic diversity and enriched our models of planet formation. What new discoveries might this chemical diversity from 3I Atlas unlock? Every piece of data from the James Webb Space Telescope's spectroscopic findings offers direct evidence of processes in distant stellar neighborhoods. Expectations for future interstellar object discoveries are exciting. Each new visitor will reinforce our trust in the workings of the universe while fueling our curiosity. What surprises will the next interstellar stranger bring? See 2025, N1 Atlas has already proven that natural processes alone can be sufficiently strange and marvelous. These videos require enormous effort and go through extensive research processes. Your support means a lot. Please remember to like the video and subscribe. Thank you in advance and see you in the next video.